Okay, what I'm going to do next before I do anything is take that cutoff wheel and cut here and down there, and I'm going to take this bar out so I can get in and out of my car a little easier. I'll probably save some time. I got to do it anyway. Then what I'm going to do is put a little metal pieces with a pin in it on the top and the bottom, and then that way it's going to act like a hinge so that I can get in and out of my car a lot easier. And that way my door will be able to close so it don't hit my door. Hey buddy, we also have Roscoe in the house. Roscoe, go train. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Oh, yeah. Well, check this out. Oh, hallelujah. It is gone. I had to take some pliers and pry back the lip so that I could, and then beat it. Okay, what I did was I cut 3 relief marks in there. This was my top mark, this is my bottom mark, and then I cut one right in the middle at the bend. And that way I could bend all 3 of those back. Let's see what this does. Hi Goldie. Goldenness. Hi honey. Okay, I was about to go into heart failure. I just finished recording a last clip on my GoPro, and it said to format your card, and in order to do that you'll lose all your media. And I was like, what? I'm like, I got about like 7 days worth of stuff on there to go through and make videos out of. I'm like, no. But so I took the card out and put it in my card reader thing, and one of these things, you put your card in it and then you can plug it in your phone, and that's how I make all of my YouTube videos. And but what happened was the weather lately is in the 90s and it's really hot out, huh Rusty? But my GoPro does not like the hot weather. And so I thought, well, maybe it's just getting too hot. Pulled the card out. And let it cool down. And when I looked at on my phone, I can see all the videos. I went through and I noticed like 2 or 3 videos said MP4 or 3 or something on it. I tried uploading those to my phone to get them off my card. It wouldn't. And I'm like, well, I'll delete those videos. There's like 2 or 3 of them, and then everything turned back to normal. So if that happens to you, maybe that'll help. So, but yeah, I almost had heart failure. This is what we got. This is where we're at. I cut those 3 relief marks in there, and then I just peeled them straight back so they're still there. I got everything to fit where it's supposed to. However, it's in there now and is way closer than what it was. What we got going on now is it's hitting right here on the roll bar. So now I just need to take a little out of that right there. I'll probably cut a relief mark on that fold right there coming up, and then I can peel whatever is behind it back that way. Okay, this is what I got. I took my cutoff wheel and I just made a relief cut right here, that short little cut at my fingertip. And That way I will take my pliers, which are behind me, and then just take it, go to the top of that line at my relief cut, and fold it backwards. And that should give me a little bit more room. I'm trying to make my video clip short because the sun, it's in the 90s and the hundreds this week. This one maybe I'm gonna pull this one outward instead of back. So, but I almost lost all my media because my GoPro is just getting way too hot on me. Okay, well that allowed me to drop it down. I'm pretty much touching, well, I folded that outwards, so it was kind of deceiving. But what I need to do now is I got this gap between here and here. I need to close that up, and the only way to do that is to bring this over more. So I'm going to do that next, make my relief cuts further so that I can bring this in more. And that should help straighten up what's going on up here. Okay, what I did was I made a relief cut over a little bit more, and about a ½ inch or so. I think I might need to go a hair more, but I'm gonna see what this has to offer. So what I'm gonna do now is fold from this line down to that corner, and that'll kind of give me my curve, so to speak, because I don't want to go straight back. And then I'm gonna go from this corner down to this corner, and so you can kind of see how that kind of starts to round off. So, but I may need to come over a little more, so we'll see. Okay, now it looks more like this. And what I did was I took my pliers sideways, and then I just straightened everything back out, and then I grabbed it where I wanted to and pulled it back, and it went from the inside of that lip to the corner, and I did that with the other piece. Okay, we're getting closer with each little cut. I wish I could just do it all in one shot and be done with it, but there's so many factors going on. I look way off up here. It needs to come down more this way. I think I'm okay down here, but I think what's going on is this corner here. I think I need to come over this way more and maybe down more so that I can get the top of this angle to come up to be level with this other part. So I will probably lower this and come over this way more to put it down in the corner, because the roll bar kind of comes over, then it drops down. So I think it needs to be over here more so that I can get this over, close that gap up. Back and forth, back and forth. Right, Rusty? Excuse me. Little by little, inch by inch. Let's see what this does. So this is what we got. I just went ahead and went for the gusto, which I kind of think I made a mistake. It goes kind of at an angle so it wraps around the pipe, which is working, and it is closing in the gap. However, something I realized was, snake this around there, is that I had forgotten all about the bottom. The very bottom down here. What I need to do to close this gap in, sorry, is take some of this edge off on this outside to bring it in. and I think I need to come up a little higher in the front to make it go back. Ding, 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 ding. But now that I did that, I'm afraid that I've got a big, huge gap around here now. But I folded everything back. These pieces, so I can put them back, unfold them, lift them up, and come back here to fill in that gap. So at least I have an escape. A redemption. Okay. This time I chose about a 1/2 inch, well, 1/4 of an inch, somewhere around there. I will fold those back and try that. Okay. So I folded them back. A little more. I bit off a little more than I wanted, but that always makes me nervous because I'm afraid that I'm always going to goof, but I would rather do things perfect. I'm a perfectionist than say, what does this do? 1, 2, 3, let's just do it all, and then go, oh crap, and then you got a big hole to fill, and then your work looks like poop and whatever. I'm not a pro by any means. I'm just doing what makes sense in my brain, as Bad Chad would say. Okay, that was the ticket. That is what I needed. I do need to, the angle, this goes down there around that bar. I'll put it on, show you what's going on. I'll snake this around there. At least I figured out how to put that in. Okay, so now what we have, everything fits. That gap closed up pretty good. It's just details now for the most part. I'm nice and tight around here. Up here I do have a gap. But I was looking up here, I'm like, why is it not lining up there? But what happened was somewhere along the line, this, between this bolt here and over here, I got a big huge gap, probably 3/4 of an inch down here, that this has to go down. And when that goes down, everything lines up here. Sorry, pointing with my camera. And then this piece goes back in. Not down there on the floor, but you know, you get the point. And then, but what we got going on here now, if I scoot this back a little, my relief tabs need to come back at more of a, not a 45-degree angle, but come up a little more. And then I think it'll set down closer and tighter. I think these, and then I might have to pull these down to come back around the bar again. Okay, after making some adjustments and stuff like that, I got it to fit in there pretty relaxed. And it is sitting on the screw on the inside. I do have a gap here. If I kind of squeeze these together, it closes a little bit, and same with, you know, up here. Everything's nice and tight around the roll bar on the top and the bottom. Down here it's kind of far away, but I can close the relief cuts a little. So I am going to leave this alone right now, and then I'm going to go work on the other side. I'll do the exact same thing to the other side, so I won't record all that, so just when I'm finished with it. Rusty's tired of watching me work on it. So to speak. Hi, Goldie. I love you.